Good morning, friends, followers, subscribers, fellow YouTube creators, my army of Trevorites and my ever so growing army of cultists, which is fantastic. If you're watching this video now, though, and you've not yet subscribed, why not? It's free! And it's Tuesday, which is, in Suffolk Coastal, bin day for certain areas, yes. Interesting. Thank you for your emails. I do appreciate them. Thanks for your messages. Thanks for the support. Yes, it's fantastic. It really is. Now, we can go down different roads. We can sit there and try and get clicks by pretending that we're being picked on. Or we can do all these other different things that people do. Or we can just continue to keep striving forward, which is what I think we should do. Yes, today's an interesting day, because if you did not realise, today it is exactly 100 days until the 80th anniversary of D-Day. The 80th anniversary of D-Day. 1944. 6th of June. There should not be anyone alive now who fought in D-Day. D-Day. When you look at the years, yeah. So, say you lied about your age back then. I'll get a bit of pen and a piece of paper. Say you lied about your age back in 1944, and just say you pretended to be. Let's say you were 15. It works out at you would need to be, if you pretended to be 15, or you were 15 back at D-Day, and you were alive today, you would be 6, 7, 80, 90. You'd be 95 years of age. 95 years of age. If you were 15 back then, you lied about your age. Today, though, men don't lie about their age to join the army. Men lie about being women so they can beat women in women's sports. But back then, you lied so you could fight for your country. It's a different type of era now, isn't it? Yes. Interesting times, yes. And the military are in the media today, especially, well, in the UK military, in the UK media, should I say. Right, today, SAS legend Chris Ryan is in the media today talking about people that work in Whitehall. Basically, the MOD. The MOD, which is filled with civil servants. He's saying that the civil servants in the MOD have, because of their woke agendas and their disastrous campaigns, recruiting campaigns, it's left the UK very, very vulnerable and weak. We are not in a position now to properly defend ourselves from any sort of attack. Well, we know that. Just look at Dover. Just look at Dover. Just look at the coast. I mean, at one stage we had the Royal Navy escorting people that are illegal into our own land. I mean, how woke does that get? I mean, wow. And I seen something yesterday which made me stand out and think, this wasn't part of this morning's rant, but it's just clicked in there. And please comment below. Right? I think women's football is on the up. It's on the up. It's rising. It's getting better and better. The play is a lot better now than it was about 8 years ago. I mean, it's fantastic. But I need to point this out, and this is a big but. So for all women and men watching this, I don't care if you identify anything other than man or woman. This isn't for you. This is for proper men and women. Please let me know what you think about this. So I support women's football. There's a woman that plays for Ipswich Town called Natasha Thomas. Fantastic player. She's awesome. She's brilliant, actually. And the team's great, because I live near Ipswich. I watch them. But I'm starting to see women's football holding the rainbow flags up. I get that. That's the LGBTQ++ flag. I get that. But what I'm now seeing is the women who want equality in football. They want equality in football, but they're now starting to hold up the trans flag, which doesn't make sense. So you want women's football to be recognised equally with men's, but you're now willing to give up some of your positions on the team for a man that identifies as a woman. So please, someone educate me. Do you want equal rights for women? Or do you want equal rights so that men that have failed in the men's sport can come into your team and take up your position? I need to know. Please, someone educate me. I don't understand why women that want equality in a sport are now showcasing the trans flag. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm just being honest. It's my opinion. It's my channel. It just doesn't make sense. You either want equality or you don't want equality. But don't cry about equality if that's how you want to throw it back in men's faces. Is by giving it to the field men stars that can now become superstars in your sport. Just my opinion. Now, you're probably going to get shot down for that, but it is what it is, people. It is what it is. Yeah. What else is happening? Now, I read this today, and I'll put a link in the description because this made me sort of question science. Yes? Ready? A new poll, new research carried out, and I'll explain why. Air pollution increases the risk of dying from breast cancer by 80%. Okay, so air pollution increases the risk of dying from breast cancer by 80%. It's actually more dangerous, I had to write this down, it's more dangerous than smoking, obesity and alcohol. The research was carried out by Professor Kifa Mokbel, right? Who's one of the leading breast surgeons in the UK. So let me get this straight. A leading breast surgeon in the UK is talking about air pollution increases dying of breast cancer 80%. And he carried out research. So did this breast surgeon now become a scientist to carry out research in air pollution in order to facilitate what he does in the surgery? Makes you question it, doesn't it? Yeah. And that's analysis that he carried out. Well done. So this breast surgeon managed to find time to research alcohol, smoking, obesity, air pollution. I think he's full of shit, if I'm honest. He's probably trying to get a grant for something, and in order to get the grant, he's had to try and come up with some sort of research to justify his grant. That's just my opinion, okay? Just my opinion. And then we're back into the old MOD, innit? Now, I know the MOD. The MOD wastes billions upon billions every year with failed projects because they carry it out with civilian firms which are basically associated with people at the MOD and civil service who are connected to the House of Lords and very rarely the House of Commons. But yeah, it's all a big circle where they just launder money. Yeah, politicians aren't great people, but the MOD are now going after an RAF wing commander. Check this here. I'll explain it. It's in the Daily Mail today. So RAF wing commander, his name is, what's his name? Alex Rysdale. He is the most senior RAF personnel at the Pentagon. He was about to get a role in the fighter wing, the American fighting warfare wing. He was doing really, really well there. Now, the thing is, his wife lives in England, so he was getting like a housing allowance and overseas allowance for working where he was in the US, doing a great job. But while he was getting housing allowance, he was saving up, and he actually he bought a house in Las Vegas. Now, you're probably thinking Las Vegas, millions and millions. There's parts of Las Vegas that aren't really well, right? So he bought a house in Las Vegas, and now the MOD are doing him for fraud for not declaring it, and they're saying he defrauded the MOD in the Pentagon by £20,000. Yeah, so he defrauded the MOD by £20,000. It's a massive story. In fact, it's actually a bigger story than the MOD spending $3.2 billion on vehicles which can't reverse onto obstacles and cannot fit on an RAF transport plane. So the MOD wasted $3.2 billion on 26 vehicles. And this story of him, 20 grand, is massive. How do people at the MOD sleep at night knowing that they're wasting taxpayers' money on bullshit projects? But let's make RAF Wing Commander Alex Drysdale the biggest story in the media. Yeah, 20 grand. I think 20 grand, that's probably what the MOD waste in flying civil servants to a war zone to have a look at projects to fly them back. That's what it's equivalent to. But they'll destroy this guy's life. Yeah, quite sad, isn't it? Well, people, listen, have a wonderful day. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks to those that keep leaving reviews on Amazon for the books. It means a lot. Wake up this morning, I've already had my Soldier On coffee. Thank you very much, Brian, for that. It was lovely. So have a wonderful day, people, and stay safe. I have a big story coming, probably later this afternoon or tomorrow, and we'll find out what that is. Have a good day and stay safe.